Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you're watching this video. Appreciate the support, cuzzies. My name is Joe Josh. I go by iChart Daily. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you another window to my thought process on what I think potentially could happen with Bitcoin based off my 17 years of doing technical analysis and being hypothetically invested in the market for over 10 years now. So I have experienced multiple cycles. I have very thick skin to the BS. I don't listen to other people's opinions. I trust charts. So, first things first, this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. Let's get that out of the way. Now, let's look at the chart. First things first, the trend is changing. Get your notepads out. Let's go over it. You can see here I have this indicator called right there. If you want it, get it, got it. So what it does is it helps me understand the swings, momentum, right? You can see if it's red, used as resistance, bear market. Once again, it's just another visual to give me painted pictures, but I do notice certain trends on certain time frames, so I want to explain it to you, right? So first things first, the most important time if you're looking to look for a confirmation or put money into the market is when you see here the red ribbon turns to blue but is still red on top. The most important time for you to open up your short, right, is when the price is using it as resistance. The bottom is still blue but it's forming red, showing you that the trend is changing. Then you have your death cross, right? Right now we were doing this, okay? We went from here to here, here to here, here to here. Lower high, lower low each time. Lower high, lower low. This was the first time from here to here to here that we made a higher low. But the most important thing was this low was still lower than this one. So we need to break market structure, and we have, right? We then made another higher low to this one. Then we made a higher high, then a higher low, right? The higher high is this one compared to this one. We then made another higher high. Now, the most important thing right here is what I'm seeing is like I just told you. Everything happens in waves, larger and smaller, macro and micro. Micro, well, midterm are these waves. Micro is when if I go to like the daily. Macro is the big wave. Like this is 1 and then this is 2, right? So macro, here's your most recent low, here's your most recent high, okay? Midterm, we are bullish, but we are forming like a rising wedge, right? And rising wedges usually break to the downside. So what I mean by that is we went from support to resistance, to support to resistance, to support to resistance. The macro part of this trend usually breaks down. Now, I don't think we go down to 49.5. I do think we could come back down one more time in this trend and head to where the ribbon is forming support, so 62.8, right? And I back that up with the top here, these wicks here. And then if we were to go a little bit lower, I think we could go to the bottom of the ribbon, which lines up with like right here of 60,150, right here, and right here. That's what I think potentially is on the horizon for the short term. Do I know if we do this and then break down? Nope. Do I know if we do this and then break up? Nope. Do I know if we do this, break down, retest, and go down? Nope. Do I know if we go here, break up, retest, and then go up? Nope. What I do know right now, which has a high probability, is going from here and retesting here. Once that happens, this is a weekly chart, so this could be 1, 2, possibly another 1 to 2 weeks of this play happening, right? We're at resistance, we're coming down. Now let's look at some indicators. First thing that I like is what I mentioned in my last video. Once again, join the Discord. The longer term trend, right? This was from April all the way to October. We were bearish. We were still above the 0 line, which is this part of the section, which means we did not break the zero and we did not break the most recent support. Right, your zero line is your most recent resistance that turned into support. We come down to it. We did not break the 47.5. Next, your RSI on the weekly. We were making, once again, waves, right? So 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, we broke market structure, came down, and now it looks like we are back above section A. We're back above the 50. We are back above the moving average, and we are making higher lows and higher highs. This is bullish. This shows me that we have room to grow until the asset is extremely overbought, right? I'm not worried about it breaking the 70. Is it possible? Of course, right? But first it has to get there first, right? So, a couple bullish signs, right? We are officially golden cross, showing me that the trend is going up. What does that mean? If the rising wedge does break down, I'm assuming a higher low, right, to this one right here, like I said before, the 49,633, even the 54,940, right? That's major support right there. And then another major support level, like I said, is right here with the wicks. So 60,005, 54.7. So let's go back. If we do break down and we come down, once again, like I said, that 60,000 level right here could be that next macro higher low. If we make a macro higher low, that shows me that this potentially could be like a nice W pattern, right? Your next low takes you somewhere over here. We retest the bands, right? Something like this. I then have to draw a trend line because we have two confirmations of touch points. Right, and then in my head, I'm like, okay, I knew this was going to be a break to the upside because this was a bull flag. If you remember in the last video, this was the cup and handle that turned into the bull flag. The bull flag has a break to the upside of about 80 to 90,000. So once again, the W pattern that would be playing out if the rising wedge broke down would bring you, once again, something like this to the 80 to 90,000. Now, that's my macro. Let's go to the micro. You know what I'm saying, Cuzzy? Let's get rid of this because sometimes it's too hard for people to see. Let's go to a 3-day. By the way, you should have all of these time frames. Don't worry about these, the 30, the 15, the 5. If you're still amateur, use all of them, right? Because the waves remain the same, right? What I mean is this, like this wave remains the same regardless of what time frame, but there's less bars and sometimes it's a lot easier for people to see support, resistance, and where they should be drawing trend lines, right? So once again, what do we say? Trend lines go with trend indicator. The trend indicator is the MACD, and this works only on longer time frames. So trend was going down, trend lines are going down. Trend goes up, I have to delete this, right? So here's your confirmation of the trend change with the MACD confluence, meaning trend was going down, golden cross, confluence of a bullish reversal on the RSI. We broke, retested, and now we're up to the upside. So now I need to delete this because trend lines go with trend indicator. And once again, here is your current support. So you find support on the macro first. Yes, it doesn't line up on the daily. All it matters is it lines up on the longer time frames. You could be pick like that. Let's just say 1, 2, 3. Always go to the 5-day, see if it lines up. All right, you can see this is what I'm looking at. 1, 2, 3, and now we're here. So I'm assuming the ball is going to bounce back at the ground, right? Right here. I'm assuming that we're going to go back to major liquidation zones of, let's just say, right there. Make this a 2. Obviously, there's always zones. So Now let's look here. This one was 49.5. We went up, we came down 52.5. We went up, we came down 58.7. We go up, we come down 62.5 to 68.5. Still a higher low, showing that the trend is still intact of us going higher, because the weekly shows us that the trend is changing. So the trend should be doing something like this, like this, like this, like this, and possibly something like that. That's the video. Love you guys. Appreciate the support. If you enjoy these videos and learn something, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Besides that, join the Discord. Links in the description. Peace.